Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fan, to the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series for Red Light Racing right here tonight at the virtual Richmond Raceway. This track opened way back when. It was 1946 when the Richmond International Raceway opened up right here on the famous fairgrounds here in Richmond. Since then, the track's been through a couple repaves, and they banked it. They put some fancy lights, some grandstands on it, and then iRacing came to town. They scanned this lovely track for us here for all the sim racers here on iRacing.com to enjoy and race on. So here we come with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series. We're here tonight, and with only 2 races left in the schedule, the top 4 have a chance yet to take home the championship here in season number 2 for the Modifieds. Well, that means Dalton Williamson is on top of that board. He has a 1-point lead over the team car. That's the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Third is the rookie this season, Justin Rigsby. He has 18 points back and just barely hanging on to a chance here this season. He drives number 40. That's Rob Higgins. He is sitting 4th. 30 points back. That's your top 4. 30 points separating them. Anything can happen. We saw last week 2 of your top drivers in the top 4 getting together. Everybody having a little bit of a wacky, weird last Thursday. Brian Bianchi is 5th in the championship standings. That's how your top 5 look here tonight. But we have a very special guest here tonight for the Racing for Ava 100. How about take a look at this as we get ready to start the engines here tonight.
Drivers,
start your engines.
start your engines.
Well, we thank Ava and her family as she is home. We thank everybody who has helped contribute to the family as your starting lineup here tonight in the Racing for Ava 100. Our starting lineup brought to us by 6 Rings Racing. Starting on the pole here tonight, driving the number 1, Dalton Williamson will start from P number 1. His outside, driving the BK Paints number 11. Out of Ayer, Massachusetts, driving the number 11, that's Sean Single. Back in P number 3 here tonight, driving car number 18. That is going to be A.J. Hamill, last week's winner. And starting to the outside of him, car number 3. Starting back in P number 4, the Attitude Esports driver. That is Justin Rigsby. Back into the 5th spot, driving car number 2, the Rev Esports driver, comes in 2nd in the championship standings. This will be Michael Trevarthen. Back into the 6th spot. He has a lot of speed. This is his hometown race this season. He's the 99 out of Virginia. That's Mark Jenkins. And out of the racing school, driving car number 50. That's Dan Butler. He'll roll off from 7th. 8th spot here tonight, driving the checkered flag, auto supply number 40. That's Rob Higgins in the Higgins Hill Racing, number 40. Starting back into the 9th spot here tonight, driving car number 73. That's the man that finished on the podium for the first time ever last week. That's Philly Edwards. Brandon Feeney in the Beefy Motorsports, number 38. We'll start back into the 10th spot here tonight. While starting in the 11th spot, the number 85 of Jeff Stiles will go from 11th, 12th here tonight. Starting in car number 13, the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. That is Joshua Buckley, starting back in 12th. 13th on the call here tonight, out of Spring, Texas, the Raven Graphics. Number 7 of Doyle Lowrance. And back into P number 14, the number 83, that's Thomas Killam. Aiden Alvecchione to the 271 is 15th. 16th to Dan Murphy Jr. Good to see him back in action here tonight. And the checkered flag auto supply number 30 of Bob Higgins will start shotgun to the field. 17 cars, 100 laps here tonight, and the racing for Ava 100 here for the checkered flag auto supply modified series for Red Light Racing. We're getting ready here tonight. 100 laps is the distance. It's the second to last race of the season. We've been to Worldwide Technology Raceway. We've been to Thompson, Five Flags, Myrtle Beach, Stafford, Milwaukee, Bristol, Langley, New Smyrna, Southern National last week. Now it's Richmond. And before we head down the road to Martinsville, Virginia, it will be the championship night presented by Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe next week. But first, we got to get this one in the books. And, well, it's going to be an exciting one. You got drivers who can win this from up and down the field here tonight. iRacing.com safety car is off the racing surface. We're getting ready. 100 laps here tonight. Racing for Ava. Great start, a little bit of a hectic one actually there as you saw the number 3 of Rigsby go from top shelf to the bottom shelf. As that'll turn, one car going around towards the back of this pack, as that'll be the number 7 of Lowrance, who just lost it there. Off turn number 2, we stay green. As it'll be Dalton Williamson leading lap number 1. He leads lap 1, followed by Sean Single, Justin Rigsby, Michael Trevarthen, and A.J. Hamill, last week's winner. One car a little sideways. That was the 99 of Mark Jenkins. Jenkins got a little sideways. The driver out of Richmond, Virginia. A little sideways that time. Got a little wiggle. A little wiggle out of the 99. Dan Butler had to check up. Rob Higgins is right there. There's Brandon Feeney. Got the Liquid Molly entry. Got Ava Strong on the back of his, number 38, the driver out of Ontario, Canada. Laps clicking off very quick already. 3 laps officially in the books. It's all been Dalton Williamson out front here. Joshua Buckley trying to get around the number 85 of Jeff Stiles. Had it for a second, lost it. No, one driver going to touch the wall back there. That's going to be the number 83. That's Thomas Killam. Thomas returning back to action here tonight as Joshua Buckley trying to make the move down to the inside. There you see car 13, the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry. That's the battle for the 11th spot. Buckley down to the inside. Everybody snaked down the back straightaway. One driver into the outside wall. That was the 83 of Killam. Killam going to get the outside wall there, unfortunately. Going to lose a little bit of ground here now. Killam going to go from battling for that 12th spot back now to the 16th running position on the call for the current lap. A.J. Hamill, though, under attack. Last week's winner, driving the 18, the York's Barbershop entry. That's the 99 of Mark Jenkins. There you see Jenkins. Jenkins is trying to get into a good rhythm right now. Knows he has a good car here at home. Feeney going to bounce it off the wall just about. Looked like he was just about to get that outside wall before he got it corralled up. See the 73 of Philly Edwards right there. Those two drivers last week were running nose to nose for a little while. I guess I should say nose to tail a little bit better than nose to nose. Sounds like they were wrecking. Butler trying to take the racing school number 50 inside the top 6. He has to get around Mark Jenkins to do so. Jenkins a swing high out of turn number 4. Side by side, almost a little contact there. Jenkins trying to squeeze down as close as he can onto that door panel there on the number 50. Butler sailing off into 3. It looks like he'll have the spot. Possible crossover attempt here by Jenkins. And here he goes. He'll cut to the inside down into turn number 1. See if he can take that spot back. Out of turn number 2. A little wiggle that time. Then allow the momentum of the 50 of Butler on the outside. Jenkins, though, going to be able to make the pass. Butler now has the chance. He'll suck into the back of the draft. Jenkins going to throw a little bit of a block down the straightaway there. He'll just fall back into line right now here on lap number 11. 10 laps officially in the books here tonight. And they've all been led by car number 1. Qualified on the pole. There's the driver out of Tampa, Florida, still leading the way here tonight. He'll knock another one down off the board, off the 100 that we are scheduled to run here. So Williamson, Single, Rigsby, Trevarthen, that's how they run. That's your top 4. A.J. Hamill's back there into the 5th spot. Everybody minding their P's and Q's, getting into that long green flag runs that we've seen here with these modified drivers over the years. We've seen these races go from green to checkered lots of times here. 100 laps is not a very long race. We say they're long races, but realistically, they are just sprint races as Buckley trying to get to the inside of that number 73 of Philly Edwards. Remember last week, Edwards finishing on the podium for the first time in his career here with the Modified Series. Edwards back there currently holding on to the 10th spot. He's lost 1 spot here tonight, and that's to the driver that's right out in front of him. Oh, problems for your race leader. Dalton Williamson got onto the apron down there in turns number 3 and 4, and that's going to stack him up. He's going to lose a couple spots. Sean Single's going to lose a spot. The driver that's going to lose a ton of spots, though, that's the, now A.J. Hamill going to go into the outside wall. Contact. Around goes the 50. Hamill into the wall hard. Buckley nowhere to go in car number 13. Butler down to the inside wall. I think I saw the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen get a piece of that also. So a couple cars going to bring out the first caution here tonight on lap number 16. It all really started a lap prior to that. Down in turns number 3 and 4. Let's take the look. Let's go back. A.J. Hamill into the outside wall there. Everybody goes to get around. And unfortunately, just not enough room. See a couple cars. We're going to have to back that up just a little bit here. Watch the 18. Oh, there's the contact from Jenkins down to the inside. Butler got a little piece of that. And then it got worse. Butler came back up the track. Hamill down the track just a little bit. Nowhere for the 85 there to go of Jeff Stiles. Joshua Buckley absolutely just trapped. Right on board here with the checkered flag on display. On board camera with Joshua Buckley. Now Buckley gets tagged from behind. He'll spin it around. There's Dan Butler. I think Aiden Alvecchio was able to close up the brake pedal there. Let's see. Yeah, he was able to come to a rest and just come to a stop. Same with Thomas Killam. So those drivers all were able to get woed up here. Watch it again. Watch how clogged up the track gets on the back straightaway here. Hard impacts there for the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. This was the pass for the race lead. There you see Williamson down on the inside there. The number 2 nowhere to go either. The 1 and the 11 make a little contact there. That's what the chain reaction was. So a lot of things happening there, but we're getting ready to go back race. A couple drivers did come to pit road. Aiden Alvecchione came to pit road. I think that was to possibly check to see if there was any kind of damage from earlier on that car. He was down there on pit road. Noel Lowrance, he'll get the call back up to the field. Remember, he went for a little bit of a slide. Joshua Buckley, Bob Higgins, Michael Trevarthen, A.J. Hamill, Jeff Stiles, Dan Butler all down on pit road. Looks like Stiles, Butler, and Hamill have not returned. We'll go back racing, though, here. 19 in the book. Sean Single looks like possibly having a little bit of an urgy throttle pedal there. Rigsby will be the driver that takes the race lead out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway for the first time. Back to green. As you see, the number 1, Dalton Williamson down to the bottom side. He's trying to go back to the point here. There's Rob Higgins. Higgins in the car number 40 has now brought his checkered flag auto supply entry up into the top 5. Mark Jenkins right behind him. How about Brandon Feeney? He's back there. Billy Edwards, he's got Dan Murphy Jr. all over the back end of him. Good to see Murphy back here. Had a good opening round of the season. Haven't seen him since then, but boy, do we all know he was there. He was able to finish 3rd that night. Started 4th, finished 3rd. And he's back. Everybody's still trying to chase down Justin Rigsby since we went back racing. And, well, your pole center here tonight, he's right back to the back bumper. Looks like he's trying to lift a little bit early into the corners, trying to get that car pointed without having to really wear down the brakes here tonight. We've seen it, though. Justin Rigsby is no slouch on the short tracks here. He's got the Heritage number 3 out front. One driver that has not made his return back to the speedway is going to be the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen, and that's got playoff, or not playoff, but championship, well, implications on that one, because he was 1 point behind Dalton Williamson here tonight. And now his night's going to wind up way down the running order, down into the 14th spot. Joshua Buckley bouncing it off the wall out of turn number 2. It seems like everybody has had a problem there. Battle for the race lead, though. Here comes the number 1, Dalton Williamson, down to the inside of Rigsby. He'll actually lead that lap at the line. So Williamson set him up, knock him down. He's back to the top spot here. But he's got the number 11 of Sean Single right there also to boot down onto the inside. So Sean Single trying to work his way. Same with that 99 of Jenkins. He'll get a great run off turn number 4. He'll turn underneath the number 40 of Rob Higgins. He'll drag racing down front straight away. So with that 99 now to the inside. Oh, Sean Single! I was going to say he wasn't quite able to get underneath that number 3 of Rigsby, and now Rigsby going to climb the wall. That's going to open up the door because it checked everybody up. Now the 99 of Jenkins will clear the number 40. He will take over Pete number 4 here tonight. Dalton Williamson still your race leader, or I should say is now again your race leader. He has led the most laps here tonight. There's the leader. There's second. Rigsby, after climbing the wall, has been able to carry on here. Feeney going to get awfully close to that outside retaining wall off turn number 2. Billy Edwards down to the bottom. Edwards able to dig a little bit harder down there, but Feeney, I'm really impressed that he's able to actually hold serve. We have not seen the outside lane be very favorable to any driver here tonight, or at least in the early going. Working the outside, falling back a little bit each time they go to the corner. Here comes that number 41, Dan Murphy Jr. will now look to try and take that spot from Feeney. He's got Thomas Killam back there. Remember, Killam was involved in that first yellow flag of the evening. Killam also climbed the wall here in the opening stages. Looks like Feeney's going to give up on the outside. He's just going to try and tuck back in line, save a little bit of those tires tonight. Race leader right on board. That's Dalton Williamson still out front, the multiple-time champion in the SK Modified Division. Setting them up and knocking them down here tonight. Rigsby still sitting there in second. He's the only other actual race leader that has completed a lap out front here tonight. Higgins trying to take a peek to the inside there, but lost the momentum. He tried to turn down underneath the 99, and Jenkins just lit the rear tires up on the checkered flag auto supply number 40. Wasn't quite able to get it done. Right now he runs into that 5th spot, having himself a good run. He does have to get up there, though, and battle with Justin Rigsby. Rigsby was 17 points behind your Michael Trevarthen entry here tonight, so that should flip-flop here by the end. Higgins, though, looks like he's going to have to go up there and get at least the podium finish tonight to possibly leapfrog Michael Trevarthen in the point standings, the way that they're all running currently. A lot can happen. Still over half this race left here tonight with Dalton Williamson out front, Justin Rigsby, Sean Single, Mark Jenkins, and Rob Higgins. Sean Single not in the battle for the points championship this season, but he does have a dad out there tuning in here tonight. Of course, Mr. Single just recovering from cataract surgery, getting his eyes worked on. So, Mr. Single, we hope you're feeling good. We hope you're on the mend. Sean currently down one spot from where he started this race, has not led a lap here either. So Williamson out front. Who is the biggest mover through the field so far here tonight? And it's the driver that's back in action here. Number 41 of Dan Murphy Jr. Murphy has competed in 5 races this season. Competed back, well, that was at Langley, Milwaukee, Myrtle Beach, 5 Flags in the season opener at Gateway, where he was able to snag that podium finish. Hasn't led any laps this year, but his average finishing spot when he shows up is a 9.8. 1 top 5, 2 top 10s this season so far for Dan Murphy Jr. Thomas Killam's behind him, though. It's a good battle between those two drivers. Killam keeps looking high, looking low, trying to find where the groove may have shifted. Nothing has changed all around the track here, as the best battle through the field is still between Thomas Killam and Dan Murphy Jr. Here goes Killam now. He'll take the swing to the inside, as he'll take that spot. Dan Murphy Jr. just going to give it up, slide in line. Oh, a big slide, though, out of turn number 2 for Thomas Killam. Killam already got that turn 2 exit wall once today, trying to stay away from it. Jenkins last time by, though, in that 99, the driver out of Richmond, Virginia. Last time by, he actually had the fastest lap of lap number 41. We'll check him again here at the line, see who's the fastest inside your top 5 drivers. That time by, give it to Sean Single, then Mark Jenkins, then your race leader of Dalton Williamson. So everybody very close on times, down to the 21.2s. That's who was the quickest last time by. Joshua Buckley trying to get around that Feeney entry. Right on board with Joshua Buckley, looking ahead there to the Ava Strong, number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney going to push it way hard into turn 3. He'll wash up in that Liquid Molly entry. He'll take to the outside, and Buckley now going to blow through the corner. A little contact there. Going to send the number 38 up the speedway. Feeney left wiggle in that car, as he's now going to go from running into the 9th spot back to running into the 11th spot here. So he's down a couple spots now. And going to see if there's some tire wear on that car. Possibly trying to get that car back moving forward. Dan Murphy Jr. has got back around the number 83 of Thomas Killam. And another driver coming, or the first driver coming back out after repairs done to their car. That's the Racing School number 50. The driver out of Southbridge, Massachusetts. I'll be driving just by there in a couple weeks, headed to Boston. Family trip over the 4th of July to Fenway Park. Watch some fireworks up there in Massachusetts and Boston. And Vecchione, and Bob Higgins was completely sideways in the number 30. That checkered flag auto supply number 30 was so sideways he could actually read the door numbers perfectly on the 271 of Aiden Vecchione, who had just got around him. Vecchione, now he's going to go sideways in the same spot, possibly some oil down there in turns number 2. Seen it all night long. Everybody has been sideways. Now Bob going to go up and rip the lip here, see if he can get some momentum built up to get around the Aiden Vecchione entry. Aiden running his Trevor Project car this month. In the 271 there, Aiden's picked up 3 spots from where he's qualified. He's been having himself a really good season. The best season he has had here in red light racing. He comes in tonight running 7th in the championship overall standings, 60 points behind the points leader. But when you really break it down this season, Aiden's had his best year. It's been 2 top 5s. It's been 7 top 10s with an average finishing position of 8. Last season, Aiden's average finishing position was 17.1. So look at the big improvement here by the youngster out of South Carolina. Right now, though, he's outside the top 10. He's sitting back into the 12th spot, battling with Bob Higgins still as they continue to go at it. Now, Vecchione will hold him off for the time being, but Mark Jenkins, ain't no holding him off. Rigsby has started to fade now, and he gets around. That's the 99 of Jenkins getting around Rigsby, and so does Sean Single here tonight. So Single now going to fall, or just kind of weasel in 3rd there following the 99 of Jenkins. All over the back end. Jenkins holds that P number 2, though. Take a look. Single is right there. One slip by Jenkins, and Single is coming through. There he comes. Sean Single trying to make the pass. He's down to the inside. Looks like the 99 going to have to give up as he's on the outside. Just hasn't worked. Oh, big wiggle. Caution lights are also on all around the speedway. Big wiggle there by Justin Rigsby, though. Looks to be the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes entry, as there is nose damage on that number 13. I think the tennis balls fell off the walker, Grandma. We're taking a look back here just after the halfway point. The first caution flag of the evening is flying. Josh Buckley sideways in the wall, and yeah, you can't. Oh, Brandon Feeney. You can't park there, Mr. Buckley. Not a parking spot. Right on board with Feeney. Oh, hard break for Brandon Feeney. Nowhere to go. Drivers on pit road. There's your race leader on pit road. He has P number 1 on the pit stall. See if he wins the battle off pit road. Right side tires on. And it looks like it's going to be Sean Single. Oh, Dalton Williamson stuck in pit road. He's revving it. They finally get him to go. He'll lose spots, though. He'll fall all the way back to 5th. One driver did not come to pit road. That's because he pitted back on lap number 16. That's going to be the driver out of Spring, Texas. Doyle Lowrance in that Raven Graphics entry. He will be the race leader. Then the first car that came off pit road was Sean Single. He will file in second, and so on down the pecking order. The only driver that's been able to make it back to the track after that big pileup was the number 50 of Dan Butler. Finds himself, well, way down into the 14th position. But he's back out on track, 29 laps down off the race pace. But now at this point, he's out there. He's trying to get just a few laps here on the speedway with these Tour Modifieds. You never know when you need to have the experience of running the Tour Modified on a track like this. You think it's a really big track. Well, it's about a mile in length. Just under that mile in length, really, when you calculate it all down. About 3/4 of a mile in total distance. But it's just a tricky track for these Modifieds because it's got 14 degrees of banking in the corner, 8 degrees on the front straightaway, and the back straightaway barely even banked at all, just 2 degrees of banking. So it's just a little tricky track. It looks like actually Lowrance did go to pit road, so it will be Sean Single as our control car when we go back to Green Flag Racing here tonight. But hey, race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight as we are under our second caution flag of the evening here at the Richmond Raceway here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series for Red Light Racing. Tonight racing for Ava in her recovery after having a stroke. Of course, Dave Bragg, her father, is attending to her needs right now, so Dave's away from the racetrack. Dave, we know you're tuning in here tonight. We hope Ava's doing great. We hope she's out there. We hope you got her some popcorn or something to watch the race here tonight. We thank you and her for submitting the Gentlemen Start Your Engines tonight. How cool was that to see Ava out there? And to hear these cars turn over here tonight. So it does look like the safety car lights are out, so that means next time by we can drop the hammer in these ground pounders here tonight. We have officially 59 laps in the books. There you see Joshua Buckley coming back out of pit road as we come into the restart zone here. Sean Single, Justin Rigsby, Rob Higgins, Dalton Williamson. Green flag is up. We're back racing. Great start. Let's see if everybody makes it. They do. Out of turn 2. It's been the tricky spot here tonight, and everybody made it out of there A-OK after the caution flag. First lap back to green. It'll be Sean Single. Look at Rob Higgins. Higgins is right there. Down to the inside, doing exactly what he needs tonight, which is go to the front, get as many points as you can. Rigsby now having some problems out of turn number 2. There comes Dalton Williamson backed into that third position, car number 1. Him and Rob Higgins getting together last week. A little bit of feud between those two drivers. Right on board here as you see that number 1 of Williamson back behind Higgins. That was the 99 in the mirror there going around. Mark Jenkins sitting turned the wrong direction in the STP number 99. The driver out of Richmond, Virginia, just down the road. And oh no. The 99 with so much speed here tonight is now crab walking. Mark Jenkins' car is not tracking straight at all. That is not good. Look at it here from this camera shot. You can really see the rear end of that car is shifted over. He won't make it back to pit road. Let's take a look here. What happened to the 99? He was running 5th at the time of the yellow. Up into the wall. Billy Edwards nowhere to go. Oh, and the 50 of Dan Butler comes in and makes the contact. Right on board with Butler with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply on-board camera. Ouch. Bob Higgins also getting involved in that. Bob was just to the inside, it looked like, there of the number 50 of Butler. See everybody start to fan out right here. Higgins was trying to get around to the inside, and 50 of Butler getting shoved down to the bottom there after the contact with Mark Jenkins. Right on board with Jenkins here. hard into the throttle. Didn't even see it coming. Tough break for Mark Jenkins. Had a very fast car. Seems like bad luck has struck the 99 all season long. Runs inside the top 7 most nights that he unloads that car just straight off the hauler with no practice. And then, you know, he has the nights like he has here tonight where he was one of the fastest cars. And unfortunately going to wind up not getting the finish that he wants. Looks like a couple cars coming to pit road. That will be Josh Buckley, Bob Higgins, Mark Jenkins, Brandon Feeney, and Dan Butler. All those drivers taking time to go to pit road here while we're under our caution flag for what would be the 3rd time here tonight. On lap number 66, we continue to pace here. We're going to take a quick break here from Richmond, and we'll be right back after this.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back here to Richmond, Virginia, here tonight for the Racing for Ava 100 here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series presented by Red Light Racing. These drivers, it's been a heck of a battle here tonight for them, trying to battle and tame the exit of turn number 2, but now we stack them up 2 by 2, and we're ready to go back racing. 3rd caution flag will be completed here with 67 in the books. And we're racing at Richmond. Great start there by the 11, but look at that 40. Oh, he had a good run and then off the corner, pushed a little bit, lost all momentum, but he's able to hold the serve. I thought for a moment he was going to come out of turn 2 with the race lead, and then all of a sudden, nope, didn't happen. Here comes the number 1 of Dalton Williamson, back hunt to trot onto the heels there. Every restart he picks off another one. Here comes the number 83, Thomas Killam, to the inside of the number 3 of Justin Rigsby. Rigsby, remember, he's been in the wall, so has Thomas Killam. Both those drivers have had their tussle with that outside wall. Look at Doyle Lowrance. Comes back here tonight and, man, spins out on the opening lap in car number 7. And now battles back inside the top 10. He's running 6th here currently on our order. Good for you, Mr. Lowrance, trying to come back to the front. But it's all the talk of the town is who's going to win this race now. You have the 1-1, that's the 11 of Sean Single, and the 1 machine of Dalton Williamson right there. 2 old teammates for the BK Paints group. Now you got Williamson taking the peak to the inside. They'll get Nerf bar to Nerf bar with car number 11, and then out of turn number 4. The race leader changes hands. It's the number 1, but here comes the 11 trying to cross over. Not able to. So it'll be Williamson, Single, Higgins, Killam, and Rigsby. Now your top 5 drivers. That's how they are. Oh, Shanika getting a little wide that time off turn number 4. You don't want to get too wide in these cars. You get the right side tires up into the wall. And oh boy, he was close that time off turn 2 also. Single really giving her all she's got here tonight, Captain. Higgins biding his time there. He still has time to get up there and get around that number 11 machine. Right on board with Higgins in the Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40. Look at him, very smooth off turn number 4. Not using all the racetrack, not really pushing his car to the fullest right now. See, he backs up that corner just a little bit. Sean Single was able to hammer back into the throttle a little bit sooner. This time bottom 25 laps to go. That's what will flash up on top here tonight in the Racing for Ava 100. 25 laps remaining. Well, look who's up inside the top 10. He said he's had one of the best seasons he's ever had here on iRacing with the Modified Series. Picked up 7 spots now. He's running 8 currently on the ticker and looking for more. He'll dive to the inside here on Philly Edwards. And now Vecchione on the move once again. So Aiden to make the pass, and he'll actually bring Dan Murphy Jr. along with him, pushing Philly Edwards back to 9th. Williamson, though, has not just ran away and hid right now from that 11 Sean Single. He's still sitting there about 2.5 car lengths back. So don't count your chickens before they hatch, because we still got 22 double deuces will flash up onto the board. 22 to go here tonight. Rigsby has been able to get back around Thomas Killam, so he is running back to where he started here tonight. Biggest mover of the race is actually Thomas Killam in car number 83. There you see that driver. Unsponsored here tonight at Richmond. It has a lot of speed. Murphy now trying to get to the inside of the 271 of Vecchione. And it looks like Aiden will give him that spot off turn number 2. So that will push now Aiden back to running 8th. Looks like Higgins is starting to fade a little bit here on this run with 20 laps to go. Finds himself sitting just over a half a second back behind Dalton Williamson and Sean Single. He's got Rigsby right there also with him. Maybe Rigsby saving a little bit here at the end of this. Rigsby trying to eye him up, trying to see where his weakness is. You don't just want to go full-blown attack mode. You want to try and eye it up, just like Sean Single is, and he's going to go for the lead down into turn number 1. Battle for the race lead. Sean Single will dive to the inside of that number 1. Higgins loves to see what he's seeing right now as the leaders are battling. Not for long. Williamson just going to give the spot up. He'll tuck back in line. Thinking big picture right there, I believe, because, well, there's still 17 laps to go in this one. And, well, with that number 2, Michael Trevarthen having some issues, he knows as long as he finishes ahead of that 40 and the 3, he'll be A-OK here tonight to leave to the final round with the point championship lead. $16 more times around this Richmond Raceway here tonight. Look at Rigsby. He really backed up that corner to try and get a really good run that time. He's going to fall just short of trying to get to that number 40, but it is a 4-horse race for this top spot here. Shanika Single, Dalton Williamson, Rob Higgins, and Justin Rigsby is how that top 4 is running. Killam has started to fall off the pace. 1.3 seconds back there running into the 5th spot. Low Rance, you see him just coming off turn number 2. He's back there running 6, 2.6 seconds back. Sean Single's going to get into the wall out of turn number 4. That's going to allow the number 1 of Williamson back to the inside. Williamson to the inside, and Dalton right there. Higgins was into the back end of the number 1 down there into corner number 1. Remember the rivalry last week, Williamson getting into the back of the 40, spinning the 40 of Higgins around. And now they find themselves here late in the going, battling for the race win. Sean Single going to go sideways, and he's lucky there was an opening right there. Because, well, Higgins had to back out of it going into turn number 1. And Single was all sorts of out of shape coming out of turn number 2. Now Single all over the back end of that number 1 of Williamson. He's going to try and diamond it off just a little bit there. Got himself a little loose, though. Did Mr. Single. "11 laps on the board to go." Next time by, they're going to get the double high five for Dalton Williamson. It looks like Higgins got another wiggle that time out of turn number 2. This time, double high five from the flagman. That's just 10 more times around Richmond here tonight. 10 more times for Ava. Single not letting Williamson go away at all. 9 to go. Single going to get another run here. He's going to go to the inside. Let's see if Williamson lets him go and dives back in line. It's exactly what he's going to do. Crossover attempt down the back straightaway. There it is, crossover attempt. Williamson going to get back to the inside. Now here comes Higgins. That could spell disaster for Single if he gets stuck to the outside there. No hole for him to fall back into right now like Williamson did. 8 to go. Higgins is right there. Somebody cue up the Jaws theme song now. Single fading now on the outside. 7 at the line. Lucky number 7. Nothing else changed through the order right now. You're watching the battle at the front of the field with under 10 laps to go. Sean Single now back to the inside as Higgins slides up out of turn number 2. That'll allow the number 3 of Rigsby down to the bottom. As they battled it out here inside the top 5, top 4, that allowed Thomas Killam to close back in. And Ada Nalvecchione back here battling with Philly Edwards also for that 8th and 9th spot. They've passed it back and forth. This time out of turn number 4, it'll be 5 fingers in the air, just a single high five, and a wave at them this time. It'll be 5 to go. 5 to go. Rigsby hasn't been in second in a very long time here tonight. Does he have anything left in the tank of that Ryan Beef entry? Oh, big wiggle. Higgins with a huge wiggle down to 3 and 4. He'll lose a lot of ground to the number 3 of Justin Rigsby. So now Rigsby doesn't have much pressure from behind him in that number 3. Can he go up there and catch your race leader? Williamson to get 3 to go. There is a lap car out in front of the race leaders. I don't think it'll play much of a factor here. That's the number 13 of Joshua Buckley, who's running into the 10th spot, the last car that is on the lead lap here tonight. He's hoping to get back around here to see the popsicle sticks, then another time back around and we'll see that white one. So the old popsicle sticks wind them up. It'll be 2 laps to go here tonight for Dalton Williamson. The Rev Esports driver looking for the white flag this time by. Wants to see it because then he knows it's all his if he can come back around. 1 lap to go, presented by Cole Pepper's Bakery and Cafe. Final trip tonight of racing for Ava 100. Dalton Williamson has led the most laps here tonight. Down the back straightaway for the final time for him. Through 3 and 4. He'll be looking for the checkered flag tonight, going to Dalton Williamson, Justin Rigsby, Rob Higgins, Sean Single, Thomas Killam, Dan Murphy Jr., Doyle Lowrance, Philly Edwards, Ada Nalvecchione, and Joshua Buckley rounding down your top 10. Picking up another win here this season, all unofficial there over on the left-hand side. Everybody giving him a congratulations. Came in as the points championship leader, and he'll leave as the points championship leader, but with a bigger gap this time. The number 1 of Dalton Williamson picks up his 3rd win of the season. So he burns them down here tonight as your winner of the Racing for Ava 100. He'll burn them down. We're a step away. We'll be right back here at Richmond with your top finishers after this for your Holy Shirts and Pants post-race show.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Richmond Raceway here in Richmond, Virginia. Virginia's for lovers, and well, that got left at the gate here tonight when all these drivers wandered into the speedway. After the cars were unloaded, 17 of these drivers came to battle tonight here in the Racing for Ava 100 here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series for Red Light Racing, and they all battled right here into our post-race show presented by Holy Shirts and Pants, because, man, I can tell you right now, your race winner has some holes and some, well, we'll just leave it at that. Let's just start things off with the driver that finishes back into the third spot here tonight. Another great run for yourself here. How about it, Rob Higgins? A great run here tonight at Richmond.
Oh, yeah. Checkered Flag Auto Supply Hot Rod was pretty fast today. I was kind of disappointed in my qualifying effort, but I knew we were fast and knew we could get up to the top.
You talk about disappointing qualifying. You qualified in the back half of the top 10. You knew your competition, who you're battling this season. Your final, the final four is what we talked about, kind of the cutoff. You were 30 points coming in. Those drivers all started ahead of you. What did you think coming out of qualifying? What were you going to have to do tonight?
Run a clean race and hopefully, catch up to the leaders eventually and stick with them.
You were able to do that. A couple cautions here tonight. Kind of played some strategy, got you up inside the top 5, and you had your sights set there on that number 1 machine. You knew coming into the night he was the man at the top of the point standings. Did you have anything to go up there and get around that number 1 at the end?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. If I get to him, I was going to get around him. I was just getting to him's the problem.
He kept running away from you, huh?
Yeah. It's pretty good. I guess I got to go buy some more window cleaner, huh?
Well, I don't know about window cleaner, but I do know where you could buy some window cleaner, and that's at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply. I heard you're not far.
Nope, not far at all. You can get that, and then right down the street, you can go pick up some Busch Light, too, over there.
Well, I know all about the Busch Light, but hey, just so you know, there is actually a bunch of breweries going on strike, so be prepared to not see your Busch Light out there. I know that's your celebration after these good finishes here on Thursday night, so I know you're ready to go crack one. So, hey, how about we get you out of here? Who's on the side of the number 40 tonight?
Checkered Flag Auto Supply, Bush Light. I want to thank my dad who races with us every Thursday. My girlfriend for letting me do this. And yeah, I'm coming for you next week, Dalton. So.
Ooh, gloves are off as Rob Higgins says he's coming for Dalton Williamson next week. Watch out, as that'll be a good one when we head to the paperclip at Martinsville just down the road here. So there you heard it. Higgins says the gloves off. He's coming for Dalton Williamson. Congratulations to Higgins, though. He'll finish in P number 3, one spot ahead of him. It's going to be the driver out of the Attitude Esports. Well, Rigsby, it's been a while, a couple of weeks since we've seen you battle inside the top 3, and you did it here once again. Just going to finish one spot short.
Yeah, it was a solid run compared to what's been going on last few weeks. So we've just not been able to put a full race together, and car was good tonight. It took me a while to really get going, but I definitely felt like I was coming on strong at the end. Just ran out of time. I'm not sure we could have got there. It seemed the top 4 was in a blanket there for a while. I was hoping they would all accidentally wad up and I could just go on about my way, but that didn't happen. And it's disappointing still not to get a win and run strong, but it's good momentum. We've had the last couple weeks have been pretty tough, so hard to complain about it at the same time.
Now, you did get into that outside wall about the middle stages of this race. Was there any damage on that right front?
I was trying to get some air to the tires, but I don't guess it worked. We later got a caution come down and put another set of right sides on there that seemed to take off there right at the end, but just some very tight battling, and it needed more time to do what you needed to do if no one made a mistake, because mistakes were costly here, especially on time the way the runs were. But pretty proud of the number 3 fatted calf modified. Attitude Graphics has this thing looking sharp under the lights, and Heritage Barbershop keeping us tuned up. So we'll come back next week. Martinsville is one of the favorites. Not saying we're good by any means, but it has potential to be a really fun race, just depending how rowdy it gets. But I'm pretty sure it's a long shot at this point, but we might be able to lock up second next week. We'll see.
It'll be about a 20-point deficit for you going into the final race of the season. It's still possible that you could park the number 3 in your rookie season as the champion. So with that being said, I know there's some practice laps you're going to want to go turn. So who do you got to thank for another good, strong showing here on Thursday?
Attitude Graphics, Matt Spinks for making this hot rod look like it does. Fatted Calf and Heritage for being on the car, consolidated pipe. And shout out to the neighbor Bob. He done congratulated me watching the race. So we'll go back, check it out, see what maybe we could have done better, and see if we can cap the season off with a win next week.
There you hear it from the rookie this season who picked up round number 1's win in the season opener way back when we were at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Justin Rigsby tonight, though, here at Richmond. He'll finish P number 2. The man that will pick up the big W here tonight, though, he hails out of Tampa, Florida. It's the Rev Esports driver. He'll go to victory lane here tonight. This is his 3rd win of the season. And, well, Dalton, you did exactly what you needed to do. You pick up the win, you extend the points championship lead.
Yeah, like I said last week and the week before, man, I started to turn on the Jets there the last half of the season. Like I said, Martinsville is not one of my strongest tracks, so I'm definitely going to have to practice next week. But I don't know. Just going to try to do what I did tonight and see what happens next week.
Well, that was short and sweet. Did you do anything today?
No, not really. Went to work, came home, hopped on here. Well, how about we talk about the end of this race at least, because there was 5 drivers at the end, because Thomas Killam actually caught the back end of this group. He was right there. If anybody was going to make a mistake, he was going to pounce on it, that's for sure. But you had the 11 of Sean Single right there. You had the number 3 of Rigsby. You had Rob Higgins, who was definitely hounding off the back Nerf bars of this number 1. Were you worried with the aggressive driving going on towards the end that this number 1 may have been ending up in the wall or the grass, or just not out front where it was at the time? Well, I was trying to cool them off during the yellow, and it worked, but I didn't really fire off as good as I thought I was there the last run we had, and it was kind of all chaotic. So I kind of cooled him back down and made a run and got around Sean there, crossed him back over, and it all kind of worked out. Kind of luck of the draw, I guess.
So sometimes you get lucky is what you're telling me. It's not all skill up there.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes. It's kind of luck of the draw. It kind of feels... Tonight kind of felt like New Hampshire, to be honest, just we were lifting.
Well, it was a good run for you regardless. Hey, before we let you get out of here to go to Martinsville, how do you feel about going to Martinsville next week as a championship race?
I don't know. Rob better bring his window cleaner and make sure his window's clean because he's going to see a lot of me. But I think, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, definitely.
Well, that's in 7 days' time. So what do you say as the red carpet rolls out for you here? And the microphone is yours. Who do you got to give those shout-outs to here tonight?
First and foremost, Turn 3 Racing Network for broadcasting, Checkered Flag Auto Supply for sponsoring the series, Josh, Rob, and all the admin. They make it fun every week to come in here and run. Reb Esports, Mike, Platinum RV Services, Nitro Racing, BK Paints, and other than that, not too much. And Ava. My bad, Josh. Oh, nice.
Oh, there he is, winking at me and everything over here. Dalton Williamson will pick off the big W here tonight as he'll go to victory lane for now what is the third time he'll extend that points championship lead. So going into next week, he will have the biggest championship lead we have seen all season. It will be 21 actual points between first and second. That second place driver, that will be Justin Rigsby. Then it'll be Michael Trevarthen and Rob Higgins is how they will go into the championship battle in the final race at Martinsville, Virginia. That is, of course, going to be on June the 30th at Martinsville, Virginia, just down the road here from Richmond. You'll see these same drivers battle. But here tonight in the racing for AVA 100, well, it'll be Dalton Williamson. The question is, on Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe night at Martinsville, who will be the winner and who will win the championship? We don't know. You don't know. There's only one way we're all going to find out together. That's tuning in 7 days from now on Thursday night. You can watch the return for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Modified Series here in that final race of the season. But until we see you then, race fans, we thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Turn 3.